What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another late night. It's been quite some time, but we're going back into the Clint Eastwood Western genre films. Today we're going to be watching Hang 'Em High. This comes right after, actually, his Dollar Trilogy films. And this is before all the sort of, High Plains Drifter and, all the Unforgiven, all his later Western films. You can almost segment them into, like, the periods of time. Even in between some of the Western films, he became very popular with the Dirty Harry series. So, excited to get into this one. And without any further delay, let's get right into the picture, because, Captain, we are a go. This is rather unusual for the start of an Eastwood picture. It's him seeing him as a very tender, caring sort of caregiver to these cows. Trouble always seems to find him, especially when he's not looking for it.
Johansson didn't have to make his mark. He could write as good as you can. Hang him.
Clearly some type of misinterpretation or miscommunication, some type of confusion is out there.
Excepting if he's a rustler. How come he didn't make a run for it when he had a chance?
Wait a minute, Loomis.
He brings up a good point. You don't want to mess with the wrong person, especially if he's innocent.
Found Johansson and his wife on the kitchen floor, gunned down, dead.
They're enacting revenge, and they're gonna get revenge in return. The quick cutting from Clint Eastwood is actually quite effective, just to like stay on the scene but not be overly graphic. Oh wow, they introduced him as he's hanging. Well, we don't know how long he was hanging out there before this stranger came and cut off the noose. What a period of time for the orchestra just to swoop in. Just as he gets back up on his feet. It seems like the tale is already being written for what he could possibly do. Well, if he was an ex-lawman, the stranger behind him had a badge, a sheriff badge, I'm assuming. So that's how they probably recognized him. Bruce Dern. No, wait, Dennis Hopper. Wow, this film is packed with Western legends.
You've come to kill the prophet.
Can you walk?
Oh, they're against me. They spy on me. Oh, God.
Of course, if Dennis Hopper were to play any role, he would play the prophet, prisoner. They called for it and now it's so quiet. A dead prophet. Well, he didn't even prophesy anything, which is kind of ironic. But, Clint Eastwood, his character at least, his wounds and everything sort of healed already, so it's probably been quite some time. Who is she looking for? Boy, this unfortunate reduction of life to the point where it's either here or it's the noose again.
Oils it so it slides real good. Snaps your neck like a dried out twig.
That's horrible. To hear that and discuss the sort of efficiency of the hang.
Cloud.
McLeod was running from the law. Holed up at Johansson's place, killed that old man and his wife, and then you blundered in.
He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
McLeod took the money he swindled from you and came into town looking for a good time. The row. That's where we found him.
And now the money goes to Clint. Odd how it goes around and that his story did check out.
You take the law into your own hands, and I promise you, you'll swing from one of those ropes out there.
I know a little bit about the law, Your Honor.
There you go. You can't take the 9 men to be accountable. Take it into your own hands. And judging from the films that he has been in, this is a sort of a similar pattern where, you know what, he's an outlaw and he's going to take it into his own hands to make sure those 9 men pay.
A happy hunting ground filled with bushwhackers, horse thieves, whiskey peddlers, counterfeiters, hide peelers, marauders. It'll kill you for a hat band.
Yeah, no wonder the pay is higher than all the other jobs.
Pick up the badge, Mr. Cooper. Pick up the badge, or leave justice to me and my men.
Oh, what an offer. Unless, as a marshal, he can exercise, his revenge, sort of, in a lawful manner.
Good luck, Marshal.
Thank you.
Okay, now he has the same badge. And, what will he do? Will he keep to his word of what the judge said?
If you're crazy enough to try to take the Swede in alone, you got a right to try it on a full stomach.
That's another way of saying there's some good steak there. Oh, is he gonna notice the saddle? You know what would be interesting is if he hangs each of the 9, all the 9 men.
All right, Marshal, what do you say I done?
What do you say I done? Look at my face, look at my neck.
Don't go for that gun, Reno. I need you alive.
There you go. That's probably what he wanted. He let off more bullets than he needed to as well. And there were witnesses, so he can tell the judge, he had lawful reason to kill him.
You give him every chance and say it in writing.
Marshal, I can't write.
Well, the sheriff, he'll write it down and you can put your mark on it.
Hey, as long as he has it written in document form, he's covering all his bases.
The good Lord takes care of those that do his work. He just waltzed in here and gave himself up.
Marshall's gonna take care of it as well. Vengeance is in his hands.
Didn't I report? I wanted him alive. I needed these names.
You got your names. Mister, you make sure the rest of those men get back here alive.
He will find every reason to have them not come alive. Well, ideally in his favor.
You're under arrest. Move.
Let's see how many of the other 7 give him a hard time before he has to actually kill them. Or bring them alive. Oh, he's the one who took his wallet.
They're friends of mine.
Well, these friends of yours are wanted for conspiracy to commit murder. Now, if you'll put this man in jail, Sheriff, you and I can ride out to the Big W.
Put your friend in jail. As he had said, they're all leading citizens. They all have businesses. They're all working men.
You got your job. I've got mine out at the Big W.
His father and his brother's been murdered. You a lawman or ain't you?
A diversion. That's the last thing he wants.
I'll make sure they get to Fort Grant.
Fort Grant's better than 3 days' ride from here. You'll never make it alone, Marshal.
I didn't plan on making it alone.
Have all of them cooperate to get all these 3 murderers with him to the federal law, as opposed to hanging them. What a change of events.
My brother's telling the truth, Marshal. He done it.
All right, Marshal, all right.
There you go. There's always an innocent party. So, well, at least Marshall will be able to say who's guilty and who's not.
We outnumber you 3-1. You can tell them that we jumped you. And the boys and I, we ain't gonna be around to call you a liar.
In what universe is the lawman's Marshall going to, sort of buy into his own, it's ridiculous what he's saying.
Get aboard. You ain't never gonna get me alive to Fort Grant, boy.
And I'll get you there dead, boy.
And this Marshall is not afraid to kill. Aw, he's just gonna make Marshall shoot him if he ever tries something. Oh, he's just begging to be killed. Well, he did say he would never bring him to Fort Grant, boy. And his retort, Marshall's retort is, I'll bring you there dead. So, seems like it's more the latter option.
Miller tried to kill me if one or both of them had pitched in and given him a hand.
They pitch in to help you subdue Miller?
Oh, no, but...
All right, write it in your report.
Hopefully nothing has happened to them.
You work for the government. You work for justice. Come in.
Well, they're...
Excuse me, Judge. I heard there were 3 new prisoners.
Yes. Marshal, why don't you take Miss Warren down to the cell block?
What is her deal? Like, she has to see them. Well, and there's that, and the government's interest, and Cooper's interest. Just don't align.
Now, you'll confine yourself to giving direct answers to direct questions or find yourself in contempt of court. Proceed.
One of those boys is 18, the other's only 16.
That cost you $10.
Neither one of them's ever been in trouble with the law before.
$20.
If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even...
$30.
Oh, boy. Their justice system just... It's a complete... I think he will stop being a marshal and he will just start, carrying his own brand of justice.
I had to bring him back and put him in his cell at gunpoint. He made a break for it. I tried to shoot low, but I'm not very good at that.
As a lawman, you can't have any. You can't have much friends.
Hey, you take that bad back of yours right over to Red Creek and tell your friends we're even. Money-wise.
Money-wise? There's no way of getting even. Money can't get even.
We can't undo the first 2. But we can still finish the job.
I didn't hear that, Captain Wilson. I didn't hear none of it.
Of course. Conveniently so he didn't hear any of it, just to wipe his hands off clean.
She wants kids, family. Even if I asked her to wait for me. Even if she said she would. I couldn't be sure.
Look at that. All of them are literally walking away from the captain's plea to let's finish this job. It's a very different type of film in terms of who the main villain is.
Those boys are going to be just as dead as if they'd been lynched.
That's right, Cooper, just as dead. But they won't have been lynched. They'll have been judged. And if you can't see the difference, you better take off that star and right now.
Basically, he's talking about completing the story. The judge wants the perfect story for the reputation of Fort Grant, being able to lynch murderers and bring justice.
Rachel, last chance. Drapes can wait. Sure you won't change your mind?
Sophie, I told you before. There's only one hanging I'm interested in.
It's just strange. The celebration, the merchandising. Well, not really merchandising, but the sort of commercial aspect of everybody's enjoyment, selling cold beers, children watching it, women watching it, men watching it. It's a strange event. They're spending quite a lot of time on this, especially for the 2 boys.
Bye, Ben.
I was a good Christian.
Bye.
A good husband to my beloved wife. A good father to my children.
Boy, this is just awkward to watch.
He'll destroy you, too.
Have last request.
He is not much better, only slower and cheaper.
No!
It feels like something is going to happen. It feels like the marshal is going to somehow intercede. I just don't know at what point, because the music is very unnerving. And this man's plea of, the devil waiting inside a bottle. This is an interesting monologue. Here we go. As a hanging is about to happen, the three men are coming back to supposedly finish the job. Except let's see Cooper, what he's gonna do. They actually got him. Interesting.
Can I get you something?
No, thank you. I shouldn't have done this. I may never get up again.
If it was ever evident that eventually Cooper will take things into his own hands, it's probably now.
$4,000, broad daylight. We can't let him get away with that. Now, who'd...
After him myself.
For the love of God, son!
God's got nothing to do with it.
Oh boy, vengeance is mine.
And one of them put his hand on me. And there was a shot. And Paul was dead.
Oh boy. Seems like they're both marred by, these ravagers or these men that just come and wreak havoc.
You're looking for those men? And what happens when you find them?
Now it makes sense why she looks in and why the judge actually lets her look in. It's certainly an idea. Well, after this sort of traumatic incident, what happens if you don't get to sort of scratch that itch and see the ones who cause the pain to, receive their due justice? I can tell he's not done with his brand of justice, even though she has sort of let it go. He is not going to. He's Clint Eastwood. They sort of knew he was coming. They were prepared.
Why don't he move?
Hey, the anticipation for somebody to be coming to you, even if your imagination will start playing with you. Is he dead? Is he dead? Oh boy, that's creepy. This is almost like an origin story for, Clint Eastwood's later westerns. Oh, the Grim Reaper's coming for you. Oh, you're kidding me. Wow, interesting. He hung himself. Too much just to see him just end his life. Took away the satisfaction from him.
Well, how many men are you gonna have to hang to heal your scar?
Go to hell, Cooper.
I've already been there, Judge. In your wagon in that hole you call a jail.
Ooh, what a comeback.
I'm the law here. All the law. And if you don't like that, you can cuss me till hell freezes over.
Or you can join me, Cooper. Even fight me.
Or you can just walk away. Or, just walk away.
I got 2 unfilled warrants here. Blackfoot and Night Owl. The law still wants them.
Dead or alive. Oh yeah, so he's joining him. There you go. The matter solved. He becomes the avenging the avenger of justice. Hang 'em high. What a picture. What a picture. Again, sort of the junior, if you will, to his later picture, his more vengeful picture, his more bloodthirsty pictures. And again, a very similar pattern where the beginning we see the character sort of receive some sort of unquestionable sort of treatment from some outsiders. In later films, he's pretty much dead, and he always arises. He always is resurrected. In this film, he resurrects twice. Once from the beginning lynch, second time is after he's gunned down, but he just, again, saved by his saved by Rachel, or his saving grace. And in films like Unforgiven, where, you sort of start out with, the children and the farm, and, kind of, there's always that loose connection, and I really enjoy that with his pictures. Not that it's, intended, but there's just that invisible thread where you can sort of say, okay, Hang 'em High is sort of the, the beginning origin story to, Unforgiven, or it's somehow connected, loosely connected, if you will. Not that they're even the same characters, but just in Clint Eastwood Western spirit that is connected. It's always good to see him in a picture. He always brings some sort of masculine bravado to the picture. It makes it very interesting. And yeah, not many scenes to really latch on to. I would say this is more of a junior to his other pictures, but still it's a great one nonetheless. A little bit more of a restricted, limited, Clint Eastwood. Not so much of a bloodthirsty one, because he is, acting under the law, and he can only tread so far. But if you guys have seen it, if this is a film that you've grown up with, let me know. Write in the comment section below. Did I miss anything, get anything wrong? Educate me. And until the next picture, hopefully they will come out on a more consistent basis. But until then, continue on, be innocent, be free of the law, and, enjoy.
What's up, you cinephiles? Thank you very much for making it to the very end. Me and Big Willie don't take that for granted. We really appreciate you. Now, if you would like to show your support to us, you know what you can do up here. You can smash that button. Really, just smash it. And, if you would like to check out some more content, they're all curated by days up over here and playlists. So, you know what? We hope you're having a great day. Don't crumble, and just continue to smile and be a good bastion of cinema.